Hello, good morning. Today this is part two of how my logo is coming together. I basically covered most of it on the part one, the first one. This one is the second one. Today I while I was waking up, like mentally, my logo is not simple enough, and I was watching some videos like basic on how to make logos, and a lot of them are simple, so you can use it for many applications, for many different applications. And so it has to be simple and easy to understand and unique, something like that. And then most important thing is easy to understand, easy to get them. Yeah. But then, so yeah, I was just thinking like all these logos, right? All these logos like Toyota, BMW. I'll just quickly say, I know Toyota logo, right? And I've never gotten like really I can never understand the meaning of it. But basically, just so you know, like BMW, it looks like a shield, right? Northwest, east, that that thing too, but it looks like a cool shield. And like Porsche has a shield, but it's more like a knight, thing. Knighty, like Knighty, like a castle, like that feel. So a little bit more refined. Ferrari is like an animal with the flag, but that's finer, like a thinner looking horse than Murcielago, like the bull, like whoa, like a muscular, like strong, like ready to go, like it has like not raging bull, but like it has like all right, ready to go, like like has that kind of feel to it, more powerful, energetic. Yeah, powerful, ready to go, ready to get in action, get into action. Yeah, get into action. Bugatti is more a shield again, and more finery symbols and craftsmanship thingy going on. But anyways, I just can never get like Toyota's symbol meaning. All I can think of is two things come to my mind. One is family thing, importance of family. That's one thing, like it's like maybe that it's hinting that. Second thing is a craftsmanship, like yeah, like that's one thing noticed. Like some logos, it's meant to get it like right away. Some logos, it sort of they're trying to not get it as quick. So it's a bit, it could be a bit selfish, you know. Yeah, but anyways, so with the band logo, same thing. It's, that, you know, it's a little bit of geared toward small and like, yeah, there's that thing too. Anyways, the other thing, I think this one maybe actually the most important, not the most important, you know, overall, but like this is a cool finding. I wanted to tell you guys, like, how did I get that perspective? Okay, because I'm telling you because I didn't use AI to do this. Okay, I didn't use AI. Before I get into, well, I'm just gonna talk about this really quick, and then quickly into golden ratio and that thing. But anyways, what's the thing? Right, I'm just gonna say it because I'm gonna forget it. So basically, I looked into. I mean, I knew about this concept a bit briefly, but really looked into it kind of for 2 hours or 1 hour to know my preference. What it is first perspective, first point perspective, second point perspective, third point perspective, fourth, fifth, sixth. I'm sure you can find this online, and my preference was somewhere between fifth and sixth. Fifth and sixth. Basically between fourth and fifth. Without getting into too much detail, the difference is things get sucked into the middle point. This one doesn't get sucked into the middle point, but there is a middle point here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So, anyways, sixth is basically, I'm just gonna say that in an easy way to think about this is the way how I'm thinking about this is basically this, but like how do I use like a paper? This, but like little bit like that, little bit like that, but not really because they're all smooth. But yeah, plain paper. Yeah, plain paper, but like little bit curved here, little bit curved here. Or yeah, actually that was the best thing I did. So if I try to do it the second time, it's gonna be even more confusing. So the first time I showed you guys that was a good attempt. Yeah, so basically it's not just from this to that, like all together, right? One shape's like this, the other one, from here to like I did this. So here it's more like, yeah, like wrapping, like WRAP, wrapping like this. So it has like a little, like a, just think of it as it there are points or some areas that's gonna have things get sucked into, or make it shrink to like a certain direction. Yeah, make it appear like that. But anyways, long story short, so what I did is basically, and then I'll just show you. So I liked fifth. But not just fifth, and I want like a bit of six point, right? A bit of 6 point, but six point to like to actually make a drawing on top of it, you know, like think of the image you want and you make it fit into this grid. Yeah, this grid. Yeah, these grid lines. It's hard, right? And or it's sometimes it's gonna be like self-limiting. Like it's gonna not gonna let you focus on the actual like thing you want to draw, and you might have to use your brain to think about how to fit in perfectly. So what I did is I didn't draw the thing. I just decided, let's just try to make something like this, like pseudo 6 point, because I know 5 point perspective. I mean, I can kind of do it, right? Not perfectly, but I think I can. It's more of I think I can do something like that, and then actually me being able to actually do it. But yeah, so basically, I feel like I can kind of sort of manage to do fifth, and then right. But then let's shrink it. I already said this part. Yeah, I remember. Shrink something here, something here, something here. So that it has a pseudo 6 point perspective feel. And now I'm going to show you that image. And I just give me one second here, right? So you know, I thought my thing wanted something like that, but I decided I wanted something new. Why can't I get like a cool perspective? Why can I not? And to be honest, that I think it could. To me, it's a bit. If they were letters, they are kind of scary, not menacing, but like it could be scary, might not be friendly, you know. So I wanted like a different perspective, you know, to get the like just something different perspective. It's important to be in like a different kind of mindset, like state. Like you know, drink a lot of coffee, or like something like really angry, we're angry drawing, or like anxious drawing, or like yeah, the state matters, you know, it influence. So anyways, one drawing. Well, I'll just show you. So these a bunch of these, right? I'll show you. So yeah, well, one thing I decided to do with this one was this one here. I don't know if you guys can really see. Yeah, this one. This one, in my state of mind, I'm like, let's do this with like a really in a intense state, like, and do it in one stroke, not one stroke, but without lifting your pencil, like, and within like a certain time frame, like a, you know, not like having 2 hours to draw one thing, like, but more like, let's get it done in 25 seconds. Go, like, just make it happen. And I did it in 25 seconds. I drank some caffeine, and so I got the angst and like. So, anyways, that's what it came to, right? And compared to other things, anyways, yeah, like you have to be in a different like a mindset, or yeah, that changes the perspective. Yeah, but anyways, now it kind of looks like a fisheye. It could be, you can argue, it looks like something like fifth or fourth or something in between. I don't know. But what I've decided, what I've settled on is this one. I'll show you this one. So, no, actually, one more thing. So, this is something like that, but the focus was this one, right? So, I'm like, so I wrote it, just think about straight line, nothing complex, right? Right, this one right here. And then, I'm like, with pseudo 5 point in mind. Actually, never mind. I did this with 6 point in mind, with pseudo 6 point in mind. Like, sort of half-assing. Now, it's not half-assing. I don't like the, you know, the use, but like, just do it, you know, even if you don't know. That's what I was had in mind, and basically I'm settling down with this. How do I? This one. Can you see? Yeah, that will do it. Actually, block all that. I don't even know. Yeah, that should do it, right? That should do it. I'm gonna lift my finger. Oh shoot. This is very difficult. So, in that image, when I did that, I was pretty. I didn't have these things in mind. Like, only thing I wanted to do is go from here to here. So this is thinking just straight line only. And I want to do like pseudo 6-point. I wrote it 5-point, but yeah, I think now I'm looking at it, I try to do pseudo 6-point thing. You know, like the leg, like I want to do, instead of this, I'm gonna try to have curve to a certain weight, so it's getting sucked into, you know, a point, and there's also other point, you know, that's doing this. What's the better word for sucking? Like pulling, yeah, to like a point. And so I didn't think about this, you know, while drawing. I didn't try to imply, but then I got some like cool perspective out of it. Like, for example, it looks like a mast in a ship, like a sailing ship has like a thing. The wind blows, and like, you know, to catch the wind. And also it kind of looks like a wind, like wind. I drew it like a wind. I'm so I don't know if you can see, but like a wind here, kind of. And also it has the T, you know, the T of my Thiva Luma, T-shaped. And overall, it also looks like are they running, or are they dancing? It's a little bit of both, but overall, there's a good, you know, team spirit thingy, like togetherness. I don't know if I achieved friendliness thing, like, is it kinship? I don't know. One thing I am not going to be able to, I was not able to achieve, is that, remember I said I wanted the second person to be the main focus. I covered this in the first video. I kind of want the second person to be the main focus if it was like a picture taken by a camera, because when you focus on the second person, now the image message becomes more of like a team thing, you know, than like, say if you focus on the first one, then it takes a bit away from like a teaminess, you know. But the reason why I am settling down with this is I don't think I can achieve. This looks kind of good, right? There is not good. I'm not saying like good. I'm saying greatness to it. Like I'm saying in like a fake grandeur-ness, you know, or exaggerated grandeur-ness. Yeah, that thing. So I was able to get the perspective. Like T is more like, instead of T is like broad and like, you know, like the feeling of grandiousness. Does it? I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. But then another thing I wanted to say, I'm telling you, I was not able to achieve that the second person being the focus. I'm not gonna be able to achieve that, right? In this, yeah, this. I'm going with this. I wasn't able to achieve that. But if I done that, I don't think I can achieve this grandiousness, like tease just that. But if you like arch it like that, and you're exaggerating, you know. Another thing I want to say is this band SD, as you know, it's from a novel, I think, from a book, but also it can be a standalone thing. As you know, it's a tool. What is it? What is it? Who is it for? It's for long story short, the reason why I wanted to mention that is I want it to be like the best of music, right? Like my best of music, right? But I don't want it to be like there's this thing. I don't want it to be like a bro fest, you know, like, yeah. So the reason why I wanted to mention this is because it's a tool for it could mean a different thing, but one way to look at it, it's a tool for females, and it basically, if it ever gets big, like I'm talking a band wise, it's like it will always, you know, like remind or them that it's not really I will not let it become like just a bro fast thing, you know. So it's geared toward that too, you know, like because what are you making music for, you know, what, or as I'm talking about SD, okay. Do you want your band to be just like all like, you know, like male thing, you know? So we're using that name, and we're using that name, and say it become really popular. Who are you singing it for? You know, are you chanting for just like male, you know, thing alone? Are they like out of the picture, you know? So I think I'm just thinking, you know, maybe that got into the thinking, you know, when they wanted to coin the term, or when they wanted to come up with the term. Basically, it's like saying it will not be just male, like chant, like a male, like super dominated a thing. But I want to tell you, it's there's this thing in society, like some group, yeah, how do I explain it? Basically, I'm just gonna say it, like, yeah, male dominated, like we're or oh yeah, like let's go, female dominated, female dominated. There are other, you know, the things, right? But basically, if it's so, yeah, it's not. It's female dominated, you know, or oh, we're oppressed, we're oppressed. So yeah. I just wanted to say that it won't be like it won't be like a fake like I don't know, I like it like, but you know what I'm saying, you know where I'm going, you know where I'm going with this, right? Like not like fake, oh let's do this, you know, oh I don't want to do that. Oh fake, oh, you know, like oh, and that becomes a narrative, and then somehow it's drawing that crowd, like yeah, it's yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah. I could have said it better. Like I don't like no use like fakery, not like as like a ship, you know, to draw in like, hey, this is it, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, basically, I mean, you already said it. So I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that because I wish I wanted to. It's just it looks a bit too this one. There's no hint. It looks too male-y. There's that thing. There's that thing. There's that thing. But if you change your mind, and you know some woman could be strong, then it works. I even thought about like putting like a little bit of a long hair. So I'm having yeah. So I just wanted to, if there's one regret, there's that. I don't know. But anyways, you get it. You get the picture. Right. I said I want to get into this thing really quick. The golden ratio thing, if you see, they talk about this thing, you know, mathematically, you look into it, all right, if you know. Basically, it uses same object, some kind of a fraction, and use a 1. 1 and I don't know, 1 is on the denominator or numerator, I don't know, but basically 1 and same subject, same thing, and it's one thing I thought about it is how do you take away in the ratio of don't quote me, you know, quote, or like don't, you know, listen to this with like such analytic lens, okay? But basically it was more of a deduction thing than the additional thing. Using same thing, same something, and using 1 as a ratio, 1 plus and something, what would be the perfect, what would be the correct ratio then if you deduct it or shrink it to a bit, and there's at a certain point it becomes like a squared, you know, something squared, and when you amplify it, I don't know, by amplifying the same amount of itself, and but then you use the fraction to a ratio to shrink it, but that's not squared, but with 1, because 1 and 0 are satisfying numbers. But anyways, my impression was it was more of a deduction thing than adding. What would be a perfect ratio to reduce? Find a ratio that reduce so that when you even multiply it, or not, it's not, yeah, I guess it's a multiplication of the same thing, by the same thing, by same thing of the one that's doing the dividing. You get evened out. Like, I'm not saying 2, 4, 6, 8, I'm saying 1, you know, like becomes, it all converges to, no, actually, let's not use the word, the fancy word, converge. It just becomes either 1 or 0, like a clean picture, you know. So there's that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I want to tell you something. I was looking into some YouTube videos, and I'm gonna use this screen to tell you. They're doing this. They make a square, and then they use a curve, right? They use a curve. But then I don't think that's how it started. Actually, it started with lines first. I think it started with lines. I don't want to get into too much detail, but basically my main point is it didn't come from numbers. I think it didn't start with. They didn't find out the numbers first, and then, oh, the numbers are matching, and we're gonna draw it in a visual form. I think it came from straight lines first, without curves. So actually, circle and line. So it's something like square, perfect square. Sorry, it's terrible. Let's say it's perfect. Okay, I'm sorry. And perfect circle that fits right there, touching these lines. And then I don't know. Sorry. Basically, it's gonna do like this. It also incorporates. Sorry, something like I don't know. This line first, and like these line first. Okay, line, and then it becomes sort of like you use a perfect square and then a perfect circle and then stretched rectangle. Okay, my point being, you cannot, you know, it did this like this spiral that's backward way of looking at it. I think first line and then square, perfect square, and then perfect circle, and then while connecting the dots of something, you get a stretched rectangle. And then that's everything started. That was the starting point to get that, you know, like a rectangle is a little bit bigger than that, a rectangle a little bit bigger than that. That they say it like that, but from looking at it, like if I lived in like a stone age, I would think line first, perfect rectangle, and fit in a perfect circle, and then while connecting the dots with a straight line, you get a stretched rectangle, like like a rectangle, but like, you know, like a widescreen rectangle, and then that's how the start of like the whole thing. And what's important is I think the golden ratio, the thing people I think say, it looks something like this, right? So one of the important thing is one thing let's make it a little bit wider. One thing that's important is you can do it in a single stroke. Not a stroke, it's not a stroke, you know, but it's a single. You can do it without lifting your finger just once. Not even once. So it's from here to here. Another thing is it's not just it's I'm getting sucked into it, you know, kind of. And also because the ratio is changing like all the time, you feel farther. You feel this thing is like a far, like forever, you know. There's yeah. And another thing is it happens in other things I do, is ever changing part, never repeating. Yeah, ever changing part. So it's never the same. There's a word for this. Reducing the what's the word? Predictability. Like, yeah. So it's trying to reduce predictability. Therefore, I guess you're new every time, you know. But then there's what is it? It's built upon a rule, right? So there is like some sort of predictability set in stone. Like this is predictable, right? Because if it wasn't predictable, we wouldn't have been able to come up with a rule. Yeah. Explain it in numbers. We wouldn't have been able to explain this in numbers. So there's a predictability part. And basically, it's satisfying because it works. It works as in lines, a rectangle, circle, and like, oh, somehow you achieve the infiniteness, and the line, you don't have to lift the line like while you're drawing just once, and you can show all that, and and it meets there, right there, it meets there. So that's why it's satisfying. But predictability wise, right? So what I'm saying is, with art and with many things, it's a balance. What am I saying? So this hit the spot for humankind. This is where, like, it's kind of hard to see it, but when you see it, it works. It works. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it, but it's on the approving side, or the ratio is good. You're like, hard to see it. It's kind of hard to see it, and then it's I can see it. You know, that ratio. If this was the ratio, it's somewhere like right there. You know, and another thing, I quickly just thought about it. Triplet is very satisfying thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can go forever with this, right? Not really forever, but like, 6 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 forever. If you, yeah, with variation, it's amazing. But 1, 2, 3. Basically, it's one. You gotta divide the thing by 1/3. 1/3 is, as you know, 33.33333333 something, or if you do a 1 minus of that, it becomes 66.666666666666, something like that. But the golden ratio is 67 something, 68 or 60, 68 or 67, 68 or 67. Maybe the universe had a glitch. It was supposed to be 66.66666, percent. Maybe they had a little, they had a little bit of glitch, in which this golden ratio should have been 66.666666, or the triplet of music, it should have been 67 point something. But anyways, I'm more on this side, okay? Yeah, music is not math. Yeah, music is not math. It's not math-oriented thing. Although it's satisfying when you do but basically we're human. Brain is human. Like, it's a biological thing. It's not that. So what was I going with this? Yeah, 66 in music thing, and 67 something in visual, like golden ratio thing. Why is there a difference? 1.7. Where is that coming from? But I don't really know. I don't want to. Let's not get into it. It's important to look at music. When you do music, it's important to be analytic and line up. But when I perform, I'm not doing that. It's more of a biological thing. you know, using gravity as your friend. But anyways, yeah. let's just say the glitch, the glitch of this universe is 67.8 some, I don't know, 67 something something something, right? The golden ratio and the triplet of music is 1/3, like you know, if we're really going by 1/3 triplet, and that's 66.6 and 666, right? And that 1 point something is the universal glitch. I'm kidding. But anyways, what I think this I plan to finish this logo design thing. Yeah. Just gonna there will be no more video about this because it's good to say it now, because then I can actually do it, and I don't have to make another video. Perfect. But yeah, plan is well, you know the plan. The plan is solo music, writing my original solo on my own songs, my original songs. That's verse, but I'm gonna quickly put this and just not think about it. So yeah, finish the logo thing. All things regarding logo. Oh, I wanted to say this. I forgot. I almost forgot about including this part. That's perfect. That's perfect. Amazing. So I've been looking into logo band designs. Right, they're very. It's important. This is important. Sort of. You know what? I'm not. I'll just not show you if that's okay. So band logo design. It's very wide screen oriented, very horizontal oriented, and very letter oriented. But then I'm not gonna say which bands I like, which bands I don't like. Okay, but where I got the the courage is sureness is to with why I'm picking this is I was looking into all these bands, right? Whatever. Let me read some band names. Sorry. Whatever. The Who, Beatles, Tool, AC/DC, Misfit, Iron Maiden, Kiss, Metallica, Led Zeppelin. But anyways, I'm seeing these logos on this, all on the same page, kind of like this. Okay, a lot this, or kind of like this. A lot of bands, a lot of logos at the same time. But I come across Dave Matthew. I said the name. Well, I had to say the name because if I don't, you wouldn't even be able to connect. Another thing, the importance of having letters in the logo design is because let's say two people are let's say they're in a bar looking into like this flyer, and the logo, if the logo doesn't have the letters, they cannot say, hey, this logo looks kind of cool. Do you know what band this is? Do you know? And if this person asks the other person, they don't know, because both people don't know about this band. But if you include the letters, even if the two people don't know, because there are letters, now they know. So there's that part. But anyways, the reason, and I was seeing Dave Matthews Band logo against other bands, like these, like whatever, all these, and yes, the art part is bigger, so it's not simple. So it had to include the letter part. They have to write it out. But one thing I've deduced from, one thing I've came to, the conclusion-wise, came down to, what I come down to is it stacks up. It stands, it holds its own ground. Even if it's not simple, even the letters are showing really small, because the art part is bigger than the letter. It holds. Okay, I'm like, basically I was looking into a situation where band logos do not include letters, but actually, yeah, Dave Matthews used the letters. But yeah, artwork oriented, more visual oriented, without, like, how can I not have letters, you know? And that was a pretty good example of it, you know. Bigger art, little letter. Yeah, and that's where I got the courage. And also, as you know, if it's simple, you're targeting the mass, bigger the audience, more broader thing. So there's that part. Yeah. It is important that having visual thing bigger than the letter itself is so important that they decide to go with it, even if it might reduce their potential. I'm just going to use the word here, market. They never use yeah, but yeah, that audience. I'm just going to say market, but it's fine. It's fine, because I can use this. I can use this because I think my target audience, thing is very, very limited. 3 per city, 5 per city, 3 per city. So there's that. What I kind of want to get is, I think, more than the audience, I need band members for my own music. You forget about the audience, forget about, you know, I need band members than audience. That shouldn't be my worry. But anyways, maybe 3 represents the my 3 people in my band logo might represent, hey, I'm looking for bandmates, you know. Then 3 people you know, standing and cheering for me in front of us. Maybe it's an ad for my bandmates, future bandmates. But anyways, yes, my logo, this thing on my ship, it's geared toward, I said everything. So by trying to simplify this, it's gonna change the direction of where I've been saying it might. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I said that, I said all that so that you know the gist and what it is. All right, I think that's about it. Yeah, I had to include that part because yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's not a, mine's not a corporate. No, I'm saying, not like that. I'm saying, the market, I know, the market I know is really, really small. I'm fighting with zero. Yeah. So, I think a lot of bands think like this. What is world population? 80,000? Not 80,000, 80, let's, I don't know, 10 billion, 5 billion. What do I do to, what to, you know, chafing? Like, okay, you take away from it. I'm more like, I'm thinking it as from 0 to, without thinking my upper limit. I'm looking from this way. Instead of, hey, the world population is 8 billion, we're gonna lose this portion. We already know because whatever. Environmentalism, we love environmentalism or we don't like environmentalism, okay, whatever, something like that. I'm more like, I already said it, yeah, 0 to 2, 0 to 3. That's how I'm looking at it. And I said it, if I get on my, I don't know what my upper limit is for Metallica and like, you know, these big bands like Journey, their upper limits are like in the millions, right? Me, I don't know. My upper limits, let me try to think ahead. What are my upper limits? Not regularly drawing in $200 every 2 years, not regularly drawing in 200 people, but in like once a year, 100 people, 90 people, 80 people, 90 people are there to see just your band, not with like without openers. Without, yeah, that would be at the biggest, or yeah, at the biggest of my career, I think. If my, you know, if I make it work, maybe 20 years later, you know, if it's even possible. Upper limits is maybe not 80. Let's not do 80. Let's not do 80. The think smart. 55, if something under 60 people, I think. Not twice a year, but once in... If I do 2 big shows in 1 year, maybe once a year, I get 60 people. 60 people sounds small, but if there are no openers and just you and 60 people, that's huge. Really big. In my world, I don't know what your music world is. Yeah, but anyways, that will be my at the height of my my career. I think I would know that I can just, yeah. But starting, I'll be lucky if, yeah, two people showing up in a major city, you know, 2-3 people in a major city. But anyways, enough with this talk, this not so good talk, you know, like, let's go, you know, let's go. So yeah, I just wanted to share my expectation, and what's the word? Yeah. So you know how the logo came together. How the logo came together. I thought I should share because I wanted to let you know. I think only people who are interested in this is like someone who really like my music and my or me or whatever, or my online persona or whatever. The way I'm obsessed with this, my hero. I've been reading a lot. Like he's been mentioning like all those. I didn't even know he was into hip hop. I didn't even know he's talking about like Freddie Hubbard. New York columnist, like, yeah, all those names I didn't even know, you know, like, yeah. But anyways, when you're obsessed with your hero, like you, I'm not trying to be in hero, yeah, I just want my music to be liked. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, you know, those people who only watch this or this far, or just watch even a little bit of it, this is for you guys. This is for you guys. Thank you for watching. And I want to say there will not be any update about this this logo thing. I'm just gonna finish it, and yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a great day.